What's up, Hoopers? Welcome back to the channel. Stay as long as you like. Today we're going to talk about some tips to perform better at whatever you do. It doesn't need to be basketball. It doesn't even need to be a sport. You can use these tips in any area of life. If you got any video ideas you want to see from me, drop them in the comments, and let's get started. My first tip for you is to be prepared. For a hooper, that would look like getting in that extra workout before a game, getting shots up early, stretching out in advance, and making sure you're warmed up and good to go. Preparation is what allows us to override pressure. If we're asking something of ourselves under pressure that we've already done thousands of times, that ability to honestly say that you've done this and you can do it again makes it easier to replicate whatever you're trying to replicate. If you're trying to replicate something you've never done before, you leave yourself with much less to work with. In general, experience can do nothing but help you, so don't hesitate to put in some work to get that experience. You'll be more composed and collected when it comes time to actually perform. My next tip is to abandon any fear. Let's think up an example. There's 10 seconds left on the clock and you're down 3. You need a bucket, your team agrees to a play that leaves you with the final shot. If you're afraid to miss, you aren't zoned in, you're gonna miss. Kobe Bryant had a famous quote that I always stand by, and that quote is, "If you're afraid to fail, you're probably going to fail." Your mind is a powerful thing. Self-belief and self-doubt are powerful things. You have the power, you have the ability to determine the outcome in everything you do. Think about it. What's the outcome if you miss? You lose the game, it's basketball at the end of the day, you move on. What happens if you lose your job? You find another one, you start over, you get back on your feet. It doesn't matter how big an obstacle is, it's only the end of the world if you make it. If you give it that power. So keep the power in your hands and cast your fears away. My final tip, which in a way ties all three together, is to be confident. If you're confident, that doesn't mean you think you're going to succeed, that means you know you're going to succeed. You will lack fear if you have confidence. They're connected. You can't be afraid and confident all at once. One thing to be careful of, though, is your ego. You can be confident and humble all at once, and I know from experience that embracing confidence can inflate your ego like an oversized party balloon. It's a bit of a power trip, the way confidence makes you feel and the way it makes you perform. So don't get swept up in it and stay humble. Where the three of these come full circle is that preparation is what gives you that confidence. I hinted at it earlier. The three of these tips really are a cycle that once you start can just keep going and going and going. And it all starts with how much you're willing to put in to be prepared. You have the ability to affect the cycle the whole way throughout. Think about that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.